Look, Dr. Medford, you're being very inconsistent about this. First, you insist it's top secret. Nobody else must know or do anything about getting rid of these big ants with Major Kibbe and me and the rest of us.
That's correct, General. Absolute secrecy is imperative.
All right, then you turn around and say that time is the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've been instructed to take orders from you and give you anything you ask for. But if time is that important, why don't you let me go in there tonight with some bombers and wipe out that nest?
No. If you'll just calm down, General, I'll explain. Doctor, please put up that chart. Time is important, more so than you realize. But bombing that nest tonight would only aggravate our problem. The reason none of them have been seen during the day, even by the police spotting planes, is because they don't like the heat of the desert. They forage only between sunset and dawn when it's cool. So half the colony wouldn't even be inside the nest tonight. Our best chance will be during the hottest part of the day tomorrow. Now this illustrates a typical ant nest. Observe the details. Here's the entrance. These are tunnels and corridors, food chambers. Note the wonderful and intricate engineering. Water traps, so that none will drown during rains. This is somewhat oversimplified, I admit, but it will give you an idea of what we're up against. Do you know that some species of desert ants dig down as deep as 30 feet and more?
Well, then that nest we found today might go down hundreds of feet.
We can pinpoint that opening at the top, seal it up for good.
Well, the creatures would only tunnel out somewhere else. And we don't want that nest damaged. Not yet.
Well, what do we do then?
First, we wait until noon tomorrow. By that time, all of them should be within the nest. To keep them confined in there is our next problem. We have two possibilities. The first would be to flood the nest. Ants will not come through deep water. No, they breathe through their sides, you know.
Excuse me, Doctor, but there's no water line within 20 miles of that place.
So that's why you asked me to check our meteorological station.
Is there any chance of our getting cloud formations tomorrow?
No, nothing to make cloud seeding pay off. Nobody's had much luck in making rain in this part of the desert anyway. What's the second possibility?
Enough heat to drive the ants deeper down into their nest and hold them down for a while.
But no bombing, huh? What about phosphorus? We could lay it all over that mound with bazookas.
That'll keep the surface area hot, all right. What happens after that?
We then drop cyanide gas into the opening and kill them.
How can you be sure you get all of them?
We go into the nest and find out.
Don't forget to tap me when you get that wire, General, huh?
Now, don't rush me. I'm doing this by the book. It's the first time I ever loaded one of these babies.
Yeah. Well, that makes us even. This is the first time I've ever given orders to a general.
Waited for it to cool a little more.
We don't dare lose time getting cyanide into that nest. nicely made. Marvelously. Tell me, you only saw the one live end?
Yeah, he seemed to be trying to get out rather than to get us.
Oh.
He stopped moving almost as soon as the gas hit him. Then he dropped out of sight. We didn't see or hear a thing from then on.
You think they're all dead down there, Doctor?
Oh, I think so. You used enough gas. All parts of the nest should have been thoroughly saturated by now.
Good. Boy, if I can still raise an arm when we get out of this place, I'm going to show you just how well saturated I can get.
I'm with you.
Well, if I were a younger man,
What are you made up for?
I'm going with you and Ben.
Oh, no, you're not.
Listen, Bob, someone with scientific knowledge has to go. My father's physically unable to do it. That leaves me.
That leaves you here. Now, look, we don't know what we're going to find down there or what'll happen. And there's one thing for sure. It's no place for you or any other woman.
I didn't ask her to go, Robert. She wanted to. And being a scientist myself, I couldn't very well forbid her.
A trained observer has to go into the nest.
What for?
There are more important things to find out than whether all the ants are dead. You wouldn't know what to look for.
Well, you tell us what to look
Look,
for.
Bob, there's no time to give you a fast course in insect pathology. So let's stop all the talk and get on with it.
Okay, okay.
Don't worry, Dad.
Good luck, Sergeant.
You come last, Pat. Hey, throw the rest of that stuff down to me when I signal, will you?
Hold it. They're dead, but they would have attacked us right away. Look, held together with saliva.
Yeah? Spit's all that's holding me together right now, too. Didn't knock them off.
The chamber looked caved in, maybe from the first bombing. Sealed up that way, the gas couldn't reach them.
Well, if we meet around any more live ones, and science or no science, we're getting out of here.
This is it. The Queen's chamber and the eggs. was afraid of.
What's the matter, Pat?
They're empty.
Well, whatever came out of them is dead now, right?
No, not the ones that hatched from these. Now destroy everything in here. Burn it.
What?
I said burn it! Burn everything!
Very strange. Most unusual.
There were no larvae or pupae in the egg chamber. They all seemed to hatch directly from the eggs. I attribute it to part of the whole mutation process.
Yes, that's the logical conclusion. And you feel sure these two have gone? You found no winged ants in the nest anywhere?
We saw only worker ants.
I don't get it. You two act like it was the end of the world.
Well, it could be. These two empty egg cases contain queen ants. You see, newborn queen ants have wings. So have their consorts, male ants. You found no ants with wings?
Not a one.
But the brutal fact is we didn't destroy this first nest soon enough. No. Two young queen ants hatched out, dried their wings, and flew away. Each with one or more winged males. They're gone on their wedding flight. We needn't worry about the males because they'll die very quickly. But the queens...
Doctor, are you telling us there are going to be other nests?
A single queen is capable of laying thousands of eggs. From these will hatch dozens of other queens who may, in turn...
How far can they fly?
What, these giants?
Yeah.
I don't know. Ordinary queens of the smaller species have very limited flying powers. They're dependent mostly on winds and thermal currents to carry them along. They have been found in the stratosphere. But these giants... I don't know. You guess.
And I thought today was the end of them.
No. We haven't seen the end of them. We've only had a close view of the beginning of what may be the end of us. We'd better inform Washington, General.